Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity 4 with me, X2X. This is going to be the first in probably a small set of optional videos while we do some high-tech and other industrial developments. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to double check on our manufacturing and see if we have any more manufacturing demand. It does look like we've had some manufacturing growth, and we are going to build that manufacturing growth. So we're going to break ground on a new city, but let's get rid of this, the 4,000 demand we have here for manufacturing. I hope you guys are enjoying the Let's Play so far. We're probably 2/3 of the way through, maybe more. I think I have the next game that I want to play in mind, but I'm still trying to decide. There's a couple of factors that I gotta look into before I just go ahead with that. So we're gonna lay down manufacturing here. This is pretty straightforward stuff. Just gonna pause it. And make sure we water these guys. And get it moving. I'm gonna do a whole bunch, hopefully a whole bunch of recording today, just kind of at home, a bit under the weather, so I'm gonna see if I can't pump out some SimCity because it's something I enjoy doing and I'm, like I said, not feeling too well. Alright. How's that doing? Oh, we got a little bit more to go, so I'm just gonna let that populate. We seem to be okay for water, and yeah, that'll consume itself out quite nicely. So while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm gonna go ahead and place our next avenues, and then what you'll notice is we're gonna have a little bit of like a kind of a weird middle section here. And what I'm gonna do with that is probably fill it with light commercial. And I don't think there's any reason for me to not link these two neighborhoods. So I'm just gonna do that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make two plots. Like this. And I'm just going to fill it with medium density commercial. Oh, we got a fire. Let's dispatch our fire crew. And we probably should build some like fire stations. And what I've been doing with these little guys lately is I've just been finding a place like that, putting in some small fire stations. On overall, they end up costing you the same amount of money. And so I'm not sure if that's totally correct or not, but it's what I've been doing. All right, we'll let that grow, even though it looks like we don't have any demand for it anymore. I probably could have checked that beforehand, but we've curbed the manufacturing demand in this city, which is important. You know, we've built some jobs, so we're up to 49,000. We're gonna come to this city here, and we're actually going to break ground on a new city by just deleting the city that was there. We will rebuild the power infrastructure, but for now, Corey and Trevor ran away. Yeah, we'll just put Corey and Trevor. That's ridiculous, dog. Go. Cheetah speed. See if our demand populates. It does. So it looks like we've dealt with our low wealth commercial, which is absolutely fine. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna tax the industrial that is not high tech. We'll put high tech at 8.5, I guess, and hit accept. Now we're gonna build a highway system. This is all. This stuff is, as I say every time I set out to build this. This is stuff I've done before. Stuff you guys have seen me do before. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can all do this by now. If you've watched. And again, I'm gonna go with this system. I think this system's gonna work out really well for us. And so I'm gonna keep trying it. You know, to sort of to get as much data as possible, I guess, would be the rationale for doing that. One more. Yeah, it's too bad. That corner always ends up frustrating me. Make sure I get that in the right place. Alright. And, so this, that road doesn't do much, so. And the reasons I'm going to put this under optional videos is because they're actually not going to do anything new in this video. I said I would put the last ones in optional, but then I figured that I did do some new stuff, so I figured I should indicate that, you know, there was some new things in that video, and that I'm actually gonna put that guy that one. Try to convince the traffic to use a different exit. And you'll see I'm zoning. Yeah, that's a one pop, hey? Yeah, that's not looking too good. You can see I'm zoning pretty aggressively, and I'm just anticipating that there's going to be so much demand for high wealth industry generated by there was an extra intersection there that I just didn't want. You know, there's going to be so much demand generated by our you know, our friend to the southwest here. I guess it's southwest. That these guys are going to use a buttload of power. I think that's probably overkill, but you know. I'm building natural gas there because this place is going to eventually unlock hydrogen. Natural gas is fairly cheap and does cost quite a bit less, or doesn't cost quite a bit less, but it has like a much lower environmental impact. I could build like a coal plant down here if I really wanted to, but I'm also going to have to provide power for my adjoining city, which is wow. The water connections up top. I guess that's not that surprising. So we'll city hop. Hopefully this city makes a profit since I've overspent by a lot. I don't anticipate it not making a profit. We can see our beautiful city now is completely without power, which is fine. We'll fix that. Yeah, I thought, yeah, maybe I'm just silly. We're gonna need a couple of, this is gonna be like really cantankerous because the water grid itself isn't actually pumping anything. So to initiate the deal is going to be a kind of goofy. I'll show you what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to relink up and reestablish the power deal. With Corey and Trevor because we eliminated it. So we'll go here, take the power lines, and reestablish that there's power. Go here, go to our neighbor deals, sell them enough to get the water pumps turned back on. Let's take a look. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. And what we're gonna do is click all those messages and just go to neighbor deals and slowly back that off until we see a power widget pop up. There it is. So oh, I had the right amount first time. Look at me go. Alright, and we should be able to initiate a water deal. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay. About now. Can I initiate a water deal? Yes, I can. Water to Corey and Trevor. It'll start off at 1,000 qubits. Yeah, we'll need another. I could go ahead and build a large pump. And the thinking behind this large pump is that while it does cost a ton of money, right? By the time we finish the city we're building, by the time we finish the city of Corey and Trevor, it's just gonna be almost completely used up. That's my thinking behind that. If you were curious. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. So I may not end up recording the modded playthrough of SimCity right away. I may start recording another game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I may do them in tandem. I'm not 100% sure about that. It's sort of just something I'm thinking about. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In giving myself something to talk about while I'm doing something, while I'm doing something you've seen me do before. So I don't know about that. I've got a couple of ideas. And that should be good. Let's hit play and see what happens. We're gonna definitely need some parks, but I want to see what the growth looks like before we do that. Alright, we already need water. And so it looks like we're having the same bug that we've experienced last time, which is understandable. It's, SimCity's an old game, and it's understandable that the game's not going to be perfect, or even that they're not going to fix. They're not going to fix some of the problems and not continue to update it. There we go. So I'm going to let the growth happen now. Okay, so we've already exhausted our power limitation. And they're calling me the Prince of Darkness, so I'll build another plant, which looks like it's not going to be enough. I'm going to need 2. Alright. It's an experiment to use natural gas. It might end up being a mistake. So I'm going to go to my parks, media, and see if I can't coax a little bit more growth out of the city. Looks like that's all the demand we had, which actually is kind of surprising. So I guess it'll just be one quick optional video. Is there anything else I can do? This video seems like it would be very short. I could go around and put out fires. It's weird for a high-tech industrial plant to light on fire. I did think we would have more than that. That's surprising. So I guess what I'll do About 4,000 jobs, hey? Um. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go back to garbage land, and I'm gonna show you guys. I checked earlier that the demands of this city is having a positive effect on the demands on this city. So you can see we already have a bunch of demand for these things, and so I'm gonna let that grow, and you guys can watch this city become even greater than it was. We can watch some of that growth happen over here, over here. We do seem to be having a little bit of a water issue? Tell me these buildings haven't been abandoned because of water. No, but they're... okay. But we can afford another large pump. So put another large pump down. Yeah, we got plenty now. We'll go hit play. We'll wait till some of this demand consumes itself. It looks like the commercial demand has already consumed itself, for the most part, aside from the high wealth commercial services. But the medium wealth residential, that may be it for growth. One of the reasons I did that is I wanted some of that growth to have a positive effect on this city. Dartmouth Regional Vocational School with 2 L's, of course. And we are being asked for more power and a bunch of other things. So I'm going to see, and I'm just going to take a look here at what my RCI indicators are saying. The jobless widgets, we got another cemetery here. The jobless widgets are saying that they need commercial. So I'm going to go ahead and zone commercial. I thought that maybe I would be calling this an optional video. I'm going to go ahead and renege on that and just say that this is just going to be a plain old Let's Play video where I just work the region. So hopefully a bunch of people don't hear me talking earlier. And be like, but you said it was optional and then there was real content. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Park. 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 Alright, let's let that commercial grow. One of the ways that we're gonna probably have to develop is gonna be through commercial. I don't see... wow, that's a lot of jobless widgets. We're gonna have to really make a lot of jobs for commercial workers here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zone this last little bit of area off here. Make sure I got that corner. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. And then let that all grow a little bit. You can see right away, money is never going to be a problem for this city. So I'm having a problem with my hospital, it says, and I would guess that, yeah, I'm just not able to provide. So frustrating, you know what I mean? Nobody, like, it's a high wealth city and nobody's attending the university. Everybody's attending the private school though. Education is always going to be something, oh my god, important to this city. So it's always important we make sure that those education... oh, we have power widgets, okay. Look at our profit. Herp. So I'm not sure, we could build a solar power plant here, just for the meantime. I want to do that. How many? 5,000, 2,000. No, I want the space. We're just gonna region hop. we'll region hop, and then we'll put in, you know, we'll put in a couple of, I don't like that, but anyway. I can't believe I expected there to be way more high-tech industrial demand here, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be so, like, just so little. That's why I built all that. So I don't know why that is, because there seems to be high-tech industrial demands in a lot of other places. It might just be that transit time is definitely a possibility. So I'm just trying to let these high-wealth commercial offices move in, because that'll increase the residential requirements, and it'll also, in doing that, will increase the high-tech industrial demand of our other neighborhood. So far, this place has skyscrapers all up ons. Eventually, we will need to build a new neighborhood. They still have jobless widgets. What the? They all want to work there. But we'll go see if some of that demand is being transferred to our region or not. I can't imagine that it's not. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Alright, water. So it may just be that we're going to need to sort of like tag between the two cities to have this city grow. And actually, I'm going to try to export the garbage that this city's producing so that it doesn't have an negative effect. There we go, that's a little more like it. So that may have been a function of garbage production or something else. Not 100% sure why the demand just all of a sudden dropped like that. And it's not, I mean, I don't think it's 100% vital that you understand, you know, what exactly the problem was there, but just keep an eye on our power plants here. I really want to unlock the hydrogen plant because it's really going to be key to helping us get where we need to go. And now we have like nearly inexhaustible demand, which is a good thing. So just trying to encourage the areas that aren't growing to grow, right? Encouraging the jobs. Pretty straightforward stuff. Is that an abandoned building right there? And I'm looking for buildings that have been abandoned. Like this guy here. Just so that I can, you know, snipe them. And let a business that actually wants to be there grow. That actually wants to be there grow. I guess that's correct. Yeah, some of these guys I think are being affected by the pollution of the natural gas plants. So we'll slap down a bunch of parks there and see if we can't coax the growth. Realistically speaking, all this city is doing is providing jobs, and that's what I want it to do. So that looks pretty good. I don't particularly want to break ground on a new neighborhood up here with that, and we really need to get that city profitable before we can really start building again. So hopefully this will take care of some of those jobless widgets. I think it will. Looks like it has for the most part. And here's one of the great things and one of the bad things about building the way I do is that the demand has tanked in the city for that. Because of that, if you had buildings here, if we had, you know, industrial buildings here, they would probably get abandoned, and that's a pain in the neck. Denim headquarters, hey? Lots of big skyscrapers and mega corporation headquarters. And we're looking a bit like Vancouver if there was an ocean near us. Ugh. This is one of the benefits, one of the downsides of running vanilla SimCity, and one of the benefits of just sniping those two guys to bring her abandoned, and I'm looking for other ones. One of the benefits of playing modified SimCity is that I can go online and find a higher capacity. Sometimes I think it's better to delete those than just wait for the demand to catch up, because there is a little bit of demand for other commercial, and they'll move in, and then when it comes time to... Holy jobless widgets, Batman. When it comes time to... One thought at a time, Ryan. I could download... going back to talking about mods, I could download a higher capacity hospital, because the game doesn't provide me with a with anything higher than sort of the large medical center, which means I have to come in and, like, you know, plop a second large medical center down somewhere. And since I didn't really pay for it, you know, I gotta do something like that, which is fine. It'll you know, this'll help increase my medical coverage, and then spread some of the commercial demand that I had to move around. So I do have demand for people. It's pretty good. I'm considering cutting taxes even more than I have already to encourage development, since I am currently well above profitability. I think I'm gonna lower these guys down to 7.5 and see if that has a positive demand on my RCI indicators. Just because I'm noticing jobless widgets, I want to see if I can encourage some medium wealth offices and stuff like that to move into these spaces down here. And it looks like I have, which is good. Just taking advantage of that density in the more southern area. This is, I guess, a little bit of micromanagement. It's not... The main thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see these guys here where they're saying, like, no job, and it's because their commute time is long, I would say. They tend to be a little bit more fussy about that kind of stuff. We really need to be producing more Sims now, though. And so that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna you know what, at the end of this video, if you don't want to watch me zone out this neighborhood with, not zone out, but if you don't want to watch me build the... Herbert Herb. If you don't want to watch me build the traffic, yeah, I'll build it as close as I can. If you don't want to watch me build the road, then you can just, you know, skip to the next video. I'm not going to do anything other than putting this road down at the end of this video, so feel free to move on or what have you. And one of the things that I am going to do here, I'll try to show this, is well, my thing is, like, I want to link these neighborhoods like this. And I'm not 100% sure if that's a good idea, just because I've been trying to keep the neighborhoods separate so that they'll use different on-ramps, and I have a feeling that all these guys will pile into this on-ramp now. So maybe that's a bad idea for there. But I think this middle one is fine, since they're, I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're equidistant. Maybe we'll take a look at traffic and see what that looks like. Really, really high density traffic on the highway right now. And that's the traffic being caused by this neighborhood, because none of these guys wants to, okay, let's Let's see where this guy's going. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. It's not ideal, obviously, it's not perfect, but, wow, that is horrendous. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. There really aren't any high wealth mass transit options for you in the base game. I don't even know if the mods do a good job of that or not. I haven't really looked into I haven't really separated the high wealth and the low wealth before. So I don't really know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if if there is a high wealth transit solution. I have a feeling that there is, especially considering that most in a city like this in real life, most high wealth sims would be taking like taxis, but lots of people would still be using the subway and whatnot to get to work, just because it would be faster than riding in a car, depending on where you live, I guess. In Calgary, everybody drives because our city is really sprawling, and the actual physical service area of Calgary that Calgary occupies is totally retarded, ridiculous. It's like same physical area as the Greater Toronto area, but with only 1 million people. Our city has millions and millions of suburbs. Driving in Calgary is total idiotic waste of time. It's even worse if you ride transit, though. I guess that's the same for like every city in reality. But some cities do a better job of public transit. I mean, I tend to think Vancouver has a really good public transit, but if you live in Vancouver, you probably would be like, no, what's wrong with you? Our public transit sucks. Ba, 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 ba. And some nice SimCity jazz for you. Alright, so that's that. The neighborhood's zoned off. I am gonna end the video here. I hope you'll join me next time for Let's Play SimCity 4, where we continue to work on our high wealth neighborhood. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.